Right now on 12 News at 12, classes at a Mon County private school resume after several students were sent to the hospital earlier this week due to a carbon monoxide leak. Plus, West Virginia University releases details on the upcoming spring semester. We'll look at some of the key dates.
We're chilly today, but a taste of spring is coming up. The full details coming up in a few minutes.
This is WBOY. 12 News at 12 starts now.
Good afternoon and welcome to 12 News at 12. I'm Jeena Cadigan. Thanks for joining us. Let's start with our first forecast. Khalil is standing by with the details. Khalil.
Thanks, Jeena. We're still rather chilly right now. 33 degrees in Elkins, 34 in Clarksburg, 50 in Morgantown. I think that's an anomaly right now. As we look at our readings across the region, 34 degrees in Clarksburg, 36 in Philippi, and 37 degrees in Buchanan. That's mainly due to this high pressure system that's kind of funneling this colder air. But if you look towards the west, that's going to be our next player in terms of our weather. As you'll see for tomorrow, we'll be seeing some above average temperatures. So anywhere from about 10 degrees above normal. So we'll have your full details for your spring experience coming up during the weekend in a few minutes. Jeena?
A man has died following a two-vehicle wreck in Braxton County on Wednesday morning. It happened shortly before 8 a.m. on I-79 near mile marker 81. It involved a semi-truck and an SUV. According to state police, the driver of the SUV, 35-year-old Dante Mapp Jr. of Georgia, was killed in the wreck. Two other people from the SUV were sent to Braxton Memorial Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Officials say the driver of the truck was also sent to Stonewall Jackson Memorial Hospital in Weston with non-life-threatening injuries. A wreck in Doddridge County on Wednesday morning caused a Doddridge County deputy to be hit by a vehicle. It happened along Route 50 in Doddridge County. Officials say the deputy was working the scene of a vehicle accident when the vehicle hit the deputy. The deputy's condition is not released at this time. Several students were sent to the hospital on Tuesday following a carbon monoxide leak at a Morgantown school. According to a school official, the leak was discovered at Trinity Christian School's main building on Tuesday afternoon. The school was evacuated following the discovery of the leak, and some students were sent to Ruby Memorial Hospital. Trinity was closed Wednesday due to weather conditions. The school was inspected by both a gas company and the local fire department and has been given approval to resume regular classes today. Morgantown High School is still operating under a modified schedule after threats were made last week. Several parents from Mon County reached out to 12 News after they say they received notification from the Board of Education regarding shooting threats at the school. The shooting threats were made last Friday and were found written on a bathroom wall in the school. According to school officials, local law enforcement was brought in to investigate the threats, which were found not credible. Several posts continue to swirl around social media about the incident, which Superintendent Eddie Campbell called inappropriate. This has caused one student to face disciplinary action so far, and more could come, according to Campbell.
We're very serious about this. We take every threat that is made very serious. We follow through and investigate all of those. We're working directly with the local law enforcement to investigate every social media post that's inappropriate, every threat that's made at the building level.
Some parents who reached out to 12 News say they were not happy with the way the Board of Education handled the situation, citing lack of communication. Campbell disagrees, saying he provided as much transparency as he could in the situation. Middle and high schools in Mon County will continue to be placed under a modified schedule, which decreases the amount of students in the hallways until the threats and social media posts are back under control. 4 students at WVU are now facing expulsion for sharing what the university says is threatening information. WVU officials say the students made threatening posts on an anonymous website related to a letter that the university received Sunday about a possible suicide on Monday. In addition to disciplinary action at the school, WVU says the students could also face criminal charges. The university has since taken extra safety precautions around the campus. Some students, however, believe that WVU did not do enough to address concerns on Monday, stating the university should have canceled in-person classes completely. WVU says it's reevaluating its plans for the upcoming spring semester as officials learn more about the Omicron variant of COVID-19. The 2022 spring semester will begin Monday, January 10th, with many of the current COVID-19 campus health and safety protocols remaining in place. This includes requiring everyone to wear a mask regardless of vaccination status in all classrooms and labs. The university recommends all students, faculty, and staff members get the vaccine, but it is not requiring them to do so. Spring break will be from March 12th to March 20th, with the last day of classes being on Friday, April 29th. Now to the latest COVID-19 numbers. More than 1,000 new cases were included in the latest report. According to the state health department, there are now 8,482 active cases in West Virginia, roughly 200 more cases than what was reported on Tuesday. 15 more COVID-related deaths were also recorded yesterday. That now puts the state's death toll at 5,036. The number of cases classified as recoveries is now at more than 289,600. As for vaccination rates, state health officials say 18% of people eligible for booster shots have received one.
We are very concerned, and that's why we're really encouraging people to make sure you're fully vaccinated, you're boosted if eligible, and to be careful and wear masks indoors and make sure that you are not going out if you're sick.
593 people are hospitalized with COVID-19 in West Virginia. That's an increase of 100 since Thanksgiving Day. WVU Medicine Hospice hosted its annual Gift of Lights program at the Hospice Garden located near the Lewis A. Johnson VA Medical Center. The event is a way for people to share a holiday memory about a loved one who has died. A tree was lit in remembrance of lost loved ones, along with a song and prayer for the families in attendance.
So it's that chance for us to talk to them, check in on them, see how they're doing, see if they need anything, be able to give them, maybe it is just a hug, maybe it's to set them up to come in and talk to our group support, maybe it's to get back in touch with our social worker, to offer them continued bereavement services to help them through that holiday season, to let them know that they're not alone.
Hospice officials say this event gives families a chance to get together and share memories of their loved ones. Due to COVID-19, they were unable to host the ceremony last year. Republic Services, Fairmont, and Morgantown locations teamed up to collect about 500 toys for the Toys for Tots program this Christmas. The idea came from one of its drivers and was put into motion by a dispatcher. The toys were donated by both employees and customers. Officials want to thank everyone who donated. If you're looking for somewhere to park downtown in Clarksburg, you're in luck. The city is offering free parking downtown from now until the end of the year. The free parking affects on-street meters throughout downtown and at Jackson Square. The city says the free parking is to promote shopping small and locally for Christmas, as well as to dine in the downtown areas. Coming up after the break on 12 News at 12, we'll take you along another stop of our restaurant road trip. We're going to check out a place in Harrison County that's all organic all the time. But first, let's take a look at the Storm Tracker 12 weather eye over the city of Clarksburg. We'll be back with a full look at your Thursday forecast in just a few minutes. Stick with us.
If you're hurt by a truck, I can't express enough how important time is. The way to protect yourself is to call us as soon as possible. At Colombo Law, we are truck injury lawyers. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions. Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you
to go ahead and smile.
Discover BetMGM Casino and leap into a world filled with all your favorite casino games. Plus, more exclusive ones you can't find anywhere else. The biggest progressive jackpots that keep growing. And as you play, earn M Life points for big-time rewards. BetMGM Casino. Start your adventure today and get 100% deposit match up to $1,000, plus $25 on the house.
West Virginia oil and gas workers are exposed to many hazards. Accidents on site can involve explosions, defective equipment, and unsafe working conditions. And it's not just the sites, but often the roads leading to these areas. If you've been injured in an accident related to the oil or gas industry, call Mansion Injury Law today. We have secured significant settlements, and we can help your family too. Mansion Injury Law, when it's your time for justice.
At WCO Flooring America, we sell and install all floor covering, and we make it easy.
We offer many methods of payment, and we always offer 0% financing.
So visit WCO Flooring America, Fairmont, Morgantown, or Anmore.
Always updated, always on. WBOI.com and the 12 News app. Now, the area's most accurate forecast. Storm Tracker 12 weather. Certified storm ready and powered by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, the official cleaning and restoration company of the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Good afternoon, North Central West Virginia. I do have to make a concession. It is, in fact, 50 degrees here in Morgantown right now with no wind, but compared that to the rest of our area, we're a bit colder right here, 34 degrees in Clarksburg, 36 in Philippi, and 37 degrees in Buchanan. As we look at towards the bigger picture, you'll see that we have a high pressure system that's been funneling this colder air, but this warm front is approaching us from the west, and that will be our next game player over the next couple of days. Here's a look at tomorrow's setup. We're going to be seeing above average temperatures. As you can see, this due to this low pressure system is going to be funneling air from the south, and it'll be bumping up the temperatures to above 10 degrees above normal. And as I said earlier this morning, the warm-up starts today before we have a mild and wet weekend ahead, and then we're going to have a sunny and dry week up next. So here's a look at our temperature trends. We're going to be up to 65 degrees on Saturday, dropping down to 48 on Sunday, and then look at that, 62 by Wednesday next week. So let's walk through the predictor right here. We're going to be seeing mostly cloudy skies, and then maybe a peak of sun before the sun sets later on this evening, and then as we head through the day Friday, some showers enter the area around the afternoon hours, and then as we head towards the evening hours, maybe some more showers, and maybe even a chance of a rumble of thunder as we head towards the Saturday hours, and then towards the 11:30, you'll see that we have some heavy rain and another chance of maybe of a rumble of thunder around the midday mark, and then it's mainly with us as we progress through the day. The cold front continues with us as we continue through the afternoon hours, and then by the 6 o'clock hour, we're done with the rain and mainly left with cooler skies. So let's talk about what's going to be happening today. 47 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, maybe a peak of sun towards the end, but we're mainly cool with winds out of the south at 5 miles an hour. And then tomorrow we drop down to around 36 degrees, mostly cloudy and cool. Winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then as we head towards tomorrow, 61 degrees, spring-like, maybe a chance of rain. Winds out of the south at 5 to 15 miles an hour, and maybe even a rumble of thunder as we head towards the overnight hours of Friday into Saturday. But then this 7-day forecast, are you going to be asking, is this really December right now? Recapping, 47 degrees today, and then tomorrow we'll see 61 with a high of around 61 of rain in the afternoon, going up to 65 on Saturday. Maybe a chance of a rumble of thunder. Sunday, we begin to dry out, and then you'll look at those next 4 days on the screen right there. 54 on Monday, 59 on Tuesday, and then 62 on Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine, and we're looking more like spring than December right now, Jeena.
I like it. Good news is warm weather. Bad news is rain, but I can deal with it if the temperatures are warming up. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer more kind of winter-like weather, just kind of get a little more into the season. But like right now with the temperatures right now, you can't beat that.
You can't. Well, thank you. We'll check back in just a few minutes. For this week's restaurant road trip, we're making a stop at a new smoothie place in Bridgeport. Clean Juice has opened its first West Virginia location, offering cold-pressed juices, smoothies, sandwiches, and a whole lot more. The company allows customers to see every ingredient that goes into the order and uses an open kitchen concept to give customers a unique perspective as their food or smoothie is prepared. Everything in the store is also fully organic. Here's Clean Juice's general manager, Kelsey Price, on why that's important to her.
We really believe that food is medicine, and that is an important part of as possible, and getting the from the ground without all the chemicals on it through the organics is the most efficient way to do that.
You can find Clean Juice on Conference Center Way at Charles Point in Bridgeport. Its official grand opening is set for December 18th. And remember, you can revisit past stops on the restaurant road trip at our website, WBOY.com. Randolph County's Chief Probation Officer Heidi Hawkins has been awarded the West Virginia Probation Officer of the Year. Hawkins was nominated for the award by the entire Randolph County probation staff. She was presented the award by the West Virginia Association of Probation Officers during a surprise ceremony at the Randolph County Courthouse on December 2nd. Hawkins has been working in the probationary field for 26 years and says her favorite part of the job is working with the youth.
I actually picked the juveniles to work with, which a lot of the other chiefs around West Virginia kind of think that's, why would you do that? But, our youth is our future. And I just believe that's where we need to start and hopefully get them on track to be successful members of our society.
Hawkins says that having a stress reliever is important, and in her downtime, she loves racing dirt bikes. She's pretty good at it. This year, she's won 4 races. Still to come on 12 News at 12, a look at consumer news this afternoon as job openings across the nation will hit a record high. We'll take a look at those numbers and see how it's affecting the labor force right after the break.
year-old coal miner, lung issues. 47-year-old construction worker, back problems. 26-year-old struggling with mental health.
If you or someone you know has physical or mental problems and you can't work, you may be entitled to Social Security disability benefits. Call our office today.
This is Courtney Perno with another reason to love Bet Rivers Online Casino. Bet Rivers Online Casino is now playable in West Virginia. With live bingo, slots, table games, and a generous rewards program, Bet Rivers knows what casino players want. Bet Rivers is the partner of Mountaineer Casino Racetrack and Resort in New Cumberland. Play online with the trusted team. Play with the winner. Sign up at betrivers.com today.
Change. It's part of our world. Inspired by the love of Christ, 100 years ago, the Palatine Sisters brought quality health care to our community and changed our lives forever. Since then, St. Joseph's Hospital has innovated, progressed, transformed to provide the best medical care now and for future generations. This is St. Joseph's Hospital, embracing change for 100 years and for years to come.
Think for a moment. You don't hesitate to have your eyes tested, but what about your hearing? Hi, I'm Marcia Mattingly. At Beltone, we've helped thousands of people lead richer, fuller lives by showing them that they can hear the way they should. If you feel you're not hearing or understanding conversation and others say your TV's too loud, call our friendly staff for a quick and painless hearing test. You might be surprised at what you're missing. 60 years and 3 generations serving the tri-state with the most trusted name in hearing aids, Beltone.
Hi, I'm Andrea Pecora. If you or someone you know are suffering from long-term effects of COVID, you may be entitled to Social Security disability benefits if those conditions keep you from working for at least 12 months. Call our office for an initial consultation.
For end-of-life decisions, anyone can make a referral.
Call West Virginia Caring today to start the process.
The West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection held its annual tire collection in Harrison County on Wednesday. The Nathan Goff Armory hosted the event in Clarksburg. The DEP tries to offer at least one collection a year in each county. Anyone from any county is encouraged to bring a maximum of 10 old tires to the event. The DEP's tire disposal program holds these free events, hoping to keep used tires from being tossed into rivers, lakes, and wooded areas. The United States Department of Agriculture is investing more than $845,000 in small rural businesses in West Virginia. The grant money is for the installation of climate-smart infrastructure for 18 small businesses. The goal is to provide energy independence for the small businesses and agriculture producers. The installation of solar panels will provide jobs for renewable energy businesses.
If someone puts in some solar panels, that decreases their energy bills over time. And so therefore, they have more cash in their pockets. And it also increases the worth of their assets. And so therefore, over time, they're a more viable business. And that's for farmers and ag producers.
Applications for the Rural Small Businesses Grant Funds are submitted throughout the year and have two deadlines in March and October. Job openings rose in October to a near record high as businesses went looking for workers going into the holidays. The latest job openings and labor turnover survey found 11 million job openings in October, just below the record set in July. That same month, however, there were only 7.4 million unemployed people looking for work. The largest increase came in accommodation and food services. As in previous months, while employers scrambled to find workers were quitting their jobs at a near record level. More than 4.2 million people quit in October, down slightly from the previous month. On Wednesday, senators questioned the CEO of Instagram on the platform's impact on mental health of teens and children. On Tuesday, the company launched a number of updates aimed at teen safety. Anna Wiernicki reports.
Our nation is in the midst of a teen mental health crisis.
Connecticut Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal says data released this week by the U.S. Surgeon General shows hospitalizations from suicide attempts among teens rose 51% during the pandemic, and more teens are battling anxiety and depression.
Big tech actually fans those flames.
Blumenthal blamed Instagram's CEO Adam Mosseri on Wednesday for knowing the negative effects Instagram has on the mental health of young people and not doing anything about it.
Mosseri says Instagram plans to roll out new parental control features this March, including notifying parents if their child reports someone in the app and allowing parents to set time limits.
The parent knows best what's best for their teen, so the appropriate amount of time should be a decision by a parent about the specific teen.
But Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn wasn't convinced.
Telling teens to take a break might seem helpful on the face of things. It's probably not going to get most teenagers to stop doing what they're doing.
Self-policing depends on trust. The trust is gone.
Senators Blackburn and Blumenthal say the solutions Instagram has introduced are not enough. They plan to introduce a bill to hold big tech companies accountable through independent oversight. In Washington, I'm Anna Wiernicki.
Keep it right here. We'll be back with a final check on your Thursday afternoon forecast when 12 News at 12 returns after the break.
At Maple Valley Meat Market, we are more than just meat. We offer a full menu of home-cooked meals with daily lunch and dinner specials. We are the professionals at processing USDA beef and deer meat. Custom cuts available. Dine in or carry out at Maple Valley Meat Market.
This statue symbolizes what makes West Virginia different than other places. It's our people. At Farmer Klein and Campbell, we take pride in being raised here, working here, and helping our people when trouble hits.
Well said, Doc. I'll take it from here. These guys here, these are my guys. You want to know why? Because they love West Virginia just as much as I do. Now that is a real mountaineer. Farmer Klein & Campbell is the official partner of WVU Athletics.
In the mountains, everything is elevated, especially adventure. And come winter, you can find it on epic ski hills, snow-covered trails, and wide-open landscapes. Winter in West Virginia. It'll take you to a higher place. Plan your winter getaway now at wvtourism.com.
No more bets, no more bets. Woo! You know I love me some casino games, and I know you do too. But you can't carry this bad boy everywhere you go. I mean, I can, because I got a guy. The Caesars Sportsbook app has blackjack, roulette, and so many games. It's gonna make your head spin. I invented a way to carry a casino around in your pocket, people. In your pocket. I also invented pockets.
At Maple Valley Meat Market, we are more than just meat. We offer a full menu of home-cooked meals with daily lunch and dinner specials. We are the professionals at processing USDA beef and deer meat. Custom cuts available. Dine in or carry out at Maple Valley Meat Market.
Ready to remodel your kitchen or bath? Call Dwayne at Eager Beaver Home Improvement, your dependable, licensed, and insured contractor. We'll put our 25 years of experience to work for you.
Meteorologist Khalil McIver is back with a look at our forecast. How's the drive home looking for us?
We're looking at mostly cloudy skies, maybe a peak of sun before the days are all said and done. But as we looked at our 7-day forecast, we're going to be in store for a treat. We're going to be going down to 36 degrees tonight before going up to 61 tomorrow, maybe a chance of rain, maybe a rumble of thunder late, and then on Saturday, we go even higher, 65 degrees and even more chance of rain, maybe a rumble of thunder there too, but then look at the rest of the week. We're looking at sunny skies all through Wednesday.
It won't put us in the Christmas spirit, but I like it. Thanks, we appreciate it. That's going to do it for 12 News at 12.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to join us again on 12 News First Edition and 12 News at 6.
Have a good afternoon, everyone.